All right, thank you. So today we're going to be talking about, you're going to be hearing a presentation all about the edge. So why is the edge a good place to do business? You know, location, 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 the power of the edge. So this started out as an article, and then we're kind of turning this into a talk. So there's a math part of this that's going to be a little bit heavier, and the article will cover that in more depth, but we're going to cover that. We're going to talk about some trends on how, you know, what might drive more and more workloads out to the edge. We're going to talk about some efficiency reasons you may not have considered in the past, because, you know, we've all heard of edge computing before. I mean, this is not a new concept. It's not a new market. It's a growing market, but it's not exactly new. So we want to talk about some things that you may not have heard about before. So of course, we'll touch on some of the network changes that are happening in the industry right now that are going to drive some of this change as well. So, and then at the end, I'm a big believer in let's circle back and look at this very practically, because we are going to be talking about some future things, but I want to make sure that we circle back and talk about what can we do right now, what are the opportunities that are right in front of us, so that we may be missing. So to kind of start out, I think it's good to acknowledge that the hub and spoke model has driven the internet for a very long time. So we have, you know, all this data is coming in from the edge or clients, and then everything comes into the center. And so that's been around for a very long time. The really the center has been on-prem for a long time. Cloud kind of took a lot of that over, and so your hub and spoke can kind of become multiple hubs and multiple spokes, but you're still bringing everything into a centralized location. And rather than talk about on-prem or in the cloud, we're going to just say centralized. You know, and centralized can mean, you know, maybe a few regional, you know, data centers, but it's still a large